What is the motherfucking deal? Probably can't even hear me. All right. All right. What is going on, my good little little folks over yonder? Oh, I got the other damn screen up. Hold on. Hi. How are you guys doing? We're doing good over yonder. Things are, you know, doing their shit. Today we're gonna talk about two things that I want to talk about. Which is Kamala Harris happened to concede that she lost to the white man, Donald J. Trump. Not only that, you had Justin Trudeau, who literally resigned today. So we are in the ballpark of purchasing Canada. We might purchase Canada. You know, it's on a table. On the table. You can't say it's not. We might be purchasing Canada down the line, or maybe close. I don't know. Maybe the thought process. You never know. What is it? Oh, okay. I know. Like, what the fuck is that on the floor? Anywho, how are you all doing today? I know y'all came from over on the other side of the game from LA or wrestler or whatever, whatnot. We got a Zoomer generation in the building. We got Lawrence. How you doing, cousin Lawrence? Kingdom minded as always. Good evening, Vietnam porch. Tom is a master over slaves. That's a whole fact. I do got me a black slave, you know, but he cuts my grass. Matter of fact, I gotta pay his ass. I mean, wait, if he ain't asked for that cash, I ain't gonna pay it until he asks for it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me see. Now he ain't asked for it yet, so I must have got another week. Anywho, let me get started off by cutting this fucking music off for one. Let me play this shit right. Chill. But not that one. Not that one. This one. This I don't know if this fits into a stereotype or something, but I would love for y'all to give me some answers on this one right here. Old black man.
Cooking with Caillou, cooking with Caillou, cooking with Caillou, cooking with Caillou, cooking with
Cooking with who? Cooking with who? Who the fuck you cooking with, bitch?
Uh-oh.
Cooking with, oh, you know Kyle? Oh, she don't let your motherfucking ass out to cook now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No, you ain't gonna be cooking with motherfucking Kyle, bitch. You gonna be cooking with Caillou. And I'm gonna ring your motherfucking bell the next motherfucking time I hear you say Kyle name. I meant that motherfucking shit. And see about them goddamn eggs for they fucking bun up. Y'all motherfucking whore ass men running around here talking about some cooking with a bitch. No, cooking with the motherfucker that's cooked for y'all motherfucking ass. You don't cook with no goddamn kindness, bitch. You cooking with Waleem, that motherfucking day hoe. You cooking with Waleem today, bitch. I don't want to never hear that shit no more. I bust your ass to the white meat, bitch. Take that goddamn stove off, bitch.
Mm. 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 You cooking with Wiley, bitch. Yo, ain't no motherfucking way. First off, she need to fix her hair. That's off jump. Put a shirt on. It has to be a skit, but I just thought it was interesting that they can fix their lips and their whole fingertips and every damn thing else out here to fit a stereotype, even though he was just singing a song. He didn't even watch the video. He just said, cooking with that guy. Yeah. You know, obviously someone's recording it, so it's a skit. But needless to say, This was absolutely fucking stupid. But I can't be mad and say that there haven't been women out here that act the exact same way to enforce the stupid stereotype. But that's neither here nor there. Now, let me drop this link in the Chizat if y'all would like to come up here. Talking about cooking with Kaya. Unless y'all want to cook with Kaya. She said you're gonna be cooking with Caillou, bitch. If y'all know who Caillou is, it's the little whiny boy on what show? What channel was that, babe? I think it wasn't Disney Channel, but PBS. It was on PBS. Yeah, cooking with well, not cooking with Caillou, but Caillou was one of the fucking worst. Goddamn, I would not let my kids watch that stupid ass show. I fucking hated that show. I have a strong hate for Caillou. So if you come up here talking about some Caillou, you might get dropped today. I got no qualm with dropping someone talking about Caillou today. Oh, what the hell? All right, let me get into this. What do you call it? Nope. Studio. Go there. Over there. Over here. Over yonder. Bam, bam. Placky. Here, I think this. Nope. Let me see. This is the paste. All right. Pin that to the top if y'all want to jizz on. Oh, got to edit this one more time. Cooking with Kaya. I never heard of Caillou. Wow. That's crazy. Don't be lying to me now. Caillou was a little white boy on PBS. Motherfucker used to whine to his mama all the fucking time. That little bitch. Oh, that shit irritated the fuck out of me. I used to hate that little motherfucker. I used to hate that little motherfucker. That was just me, obviously. Yeah. Caillou. Yeah. John the Baptist know what I'm talking about. All right. This is the most evilest grin I've ever seen on a white boy's face in my entire fucking life. Just look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. That motherfucker right there is plotting some shit. If y'all know that motherfucker right there is plotting on somebody. Yeah, that white boy crazy. But today was a certification of Donald Trump, if y'all didn't know that. Also, what up? Also, Justin Trudeau. Actually, what's up, Ron? How you doing, my good sir? Here is the actual. No, that's not it. All right, here we go. Nope. All right, here we go.
70. The votes for President of the United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris. Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
Oh, no, baby.
The votes for President of the United States are Kamala D. Harris of the state. Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
Yeah, no cares. That means you're the first loser. That shit crazy. That shit right there, crazy.
Independent, that's the best.
Oh my God, these people out of line with these shits, bro. There it goes.
Intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister.
So I don't know anything about. Here you go. I know too much about Justin.
It's about the decision that I'm sharing with.
I don't understand why he officially resigned from prime minister. I really don't know. Maybe Con Shonnery, is he in here? He's Canadian. He should be able to tell us. Kamala did get the same. Did great. She came in second in a 2-person race. Oh, hey, he first loser. It's okay. It is okay to say he's the first loser. Con Shonnery's not in here. I didn't see him yet. No, I didn't see him. Anyway, I really don't know too much about Justin Trudeau and why he resigned. Let me look it up. Yeah, let's see. So Justin Trudeau has announced his resignation, telling the media that internal battles mean he cannot be the best option in the election. Trudeau says he has asked the president of his Liberal Party to begin a process to select a new leader. What was the infighting? What was the bottom line behind? I know he mismanaged a lot of shit, like COVID. There was the most locked down country. One of the most locked down. I think Australia was worse than Canada, if you ask me. But that's just me saying I couldn't tell you. But let's look it up. Let's look at why. Here we go. Led to Trudeau's downfall. That sounds a lot better than the other shit. So let me stop this, because most people don't know, and I really don't know why he literally stepped down. Besides, he was a bad fucking leader. If you ask me, he should have did that a long time ago. But most people liked him literally because he brought weed and I would guess say gun control. I guess that's the two biggest things I've heard from people over there was gun control and weed. I guess that's a big thing, but to me, I think it's stupid. But Forbes did a newsroom report on it, the downfall of Trudeau's political downfall. Okay, let's look into this.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is Stevie O'Brien, lawyer, as well as government and public policy expert with Macmillan. Stevie, thank you so much for joining me.
No, thanks you for having me.
Big news out of Canada today. Justin Trudeau announced that he will be stepping down as both the leader of the Liberal Party as well as the Prime Minister. So before we get into the reaction and what's next, if you could walk us through exactly how we got to where we are today.
Absolutely. So Prime Minister Trudeau brought the Liberal Party back to power in 2015 after sort of a decade in the dark ages, or a decade as third party, and has won 3 subsequent elections since then. The last one in our parliamentary system was a minority government, and he's actually been able to steer this as the longest lasting minority parliament in Canadian history. The interesting thing in a minority government is, unlike in the US where there's a fixed election date, the government can fall at any time, meaning an election is always sort of possible at any moment. So everybody has to sort of be on their toes. He has been successful in negotiating with the opposition parties, sort of deals and whatnot.
How many of y'all knew that the government of any, well, most of these European ways of thinking, a way of governing, that their government can fall anytime, any place? Most people didn't know that. I mean, I knew it because that, but I don't think a lot of people out here actually pay attention to these foreign affairs or foreign goddamn governments. But that's one thing. The same thing happened in like Haiti, not Haiti, goddamn it. What is it? Where do we go? The Bahamas. Their government failed because they have election whenever they want to. They wanted to change the prime minister over that shit. That's what they do. Most of these countries that use the European government standard is the parliament style crap. Yeah, they usually you can actually call the government into question. They can change parties, they can change governments, all within a couple of days, 3 months, or some shit like that. I thought it was fascinating how quick parties can change hands, not like ours. Like if you lose confidence in your government that's working out, I think you should be able to call it into question. Like Joe Biden, for instance, we should have been able to call his government into question literally a year after taking office. I'm giving him a year because, I'm just giving him a year because everyone lied and said he was all in for it. But we all know it was full of shit. But let's continue with this Canada shit.
To keep going. But in the last year, 18 months, we have seen his population in the polls sort of plummeting. And we are now at the lowest that the Liberals have probably ever polled in modern history.
That's really interesting that everyone has to be on their toes in Canadian government. So you're saying Prime Minister Trudeau was on his toes. This is what he said in his announcement. It's become obvious to me with the internal battles that I cannot be the one to carry the Liberal standard into the next election. So you're saying before he was the one who brought the Liberal Party into power. Now he's not popular within his party. So what happened within the past 18 months or so that made that so?
So, yeah, the Canadian public have become increasingly sort of disillusioned with Trudeau. I think what the Liberals and Trudeau failed to do after COVID was to really catch the mood of the nation had shifted. It was no longer sunny ways and optimism and hope. People were really feeling the pinch of the economy. They were exhausted from COVID, and they were looking for someone to more reflect their feelings. And he was a little bit late change tone.
Stop it. Late. It was one of the last countries to change tones. Matter of fact, I think they're still having COVID restrictions all in 2024. If you really want to be technical, they had that 2023 goddamn trucker thing, or was that late 2022? Whatever one it was. It was late 2022, early 2023, where they canceled the banking for the truck drivers and shit. So that was a big deal from COVID. Then you had people all getting arrested for being outside their house. You had the goddamn churches and shit getting arrested. People in those churches getting arrested. Preachers getting arrested. Pastors getting arrested. It's crazy shit going on in Canada at that time. So I kind of figured the blowback of COVID was going to be tough, but I kind of thought he would last that, which he really did. He really lasted through that. And then he got some more gun control passed. And those are the two things, was weed and gun control. I thought that he was on the up and up still, that he wasn't going to be able to get kicked out. But Obviously, I was wrong. I didn't see this coming. They said he was gonna step down, but I was like, I don't think so. I don't think he was gonna step down, but shit. Freezing truckers' bank accounts, absolutely. That was, I think, end of 2022, early 2023 when that happened. So I know they were late to cut off the COVID restrictions and shit. So just like California still has some COVID restrictions to this day, which is weird. Weird. But seeing how California is little China, I understand considering they have another type of flu over there in China that's going around. What did it say, baby? Killed like 317 people in a weekend or some shit like that. That Chinese flu that they got on there now. It was like 317 people died in one weekend over there in China. So just be on the lookout for this new scare tactic. This new scare tactic they're gonna put on you people. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It'll be coming. You know, Trump's in office, so they got to give him something to fight and say, look at this. We don't know how to cure the flu. We don't know how to give people treatment. We've never seen a pneumonia before in our life. We need to change our whole treatment process up and just start putting people on ventilators. You know, that type shit. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming again. But let's continue with this Justin Trudeau shit. And then we'll get back on the whole process of.
Tried to do it in the last year, but a little bit too little too late, whereas the opposition leader has been very successful in tapping into that sentiment, which I think is also, we have south of the border in the United States, a similar dynamic. So Trudeau's messaging was off. He's been plummeting. He probably should have called a leadership, over a year ago. When we saw the numbers tanking, he held on longer, hoping there would be a rebound. And what we have now is a really unfortunate situation where Canada, the governing party, will be doing an internal leadership race at the same time that they should really be focused on Canada-U.S. relations and the incoming U.S. president and the threats of tariffs that he has raised. So it's a really bad.
It's not that they're coming. See, this is what I said, that Canada right now is open to be bought. We can buy Canada right now for a good price. or damn sure take it over. What's going on there, Tall T?
What was that about?
You have on that wife beater.
Why is it a tall T?
I don't know. I thought it was long.
Why?
I don't know. It looks long.
Are you okay today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm great. But what do you think about this Justin Trudeau stepping down?
I thought he was getting kicked, getting voted out anyway. So, but Blacks Who Identify explained how it works to me. So, no comment.
In the back chat?
Yeah. And like you said, Trump was going to hit them with them tariffs.
Them tariffs
And they
gonna
already,
boy.
yeah. So, I guess he was on borrowed time anyway, because he fucked up Canada
Well,
completely.
they said this all the time, right?
Yeah, he was on borrowed time anyway.
He beat it last time. That's why I thought he'll do it again, just like with the nigga from California.
Maybe it just took them longer. Nah, but
What the fuck is his name from California? The governor of California. What's his name? Newsom.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom. Yeah. But the thing about it is, the people that's in the blue, hardcore, voted for him. But everybody else that's even in the middle, a lot of places turned red for Gavin Newsom. This cat right here, I think maybe Canada just got tired of him, because even when I talked to the cats from Montreal, who was annoying as fuck here last time I was here, even he had to admit, and he was a liberal cuck, that he had to admit that Gavin Newsom, the tax, dude, the taxes he told me they pay is fucking ridiculous, and a lot of the social.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. But here's a problem with that, right? you got these same people that keep putting prices on. I mean, keep always fucking accepting this bullshit ass goddamn taxes, just like it happened in New York. You got to pay more. We got to pay more to go in. You got to pay to go into downtown. What is it? 60th Street and somewhere in fucking.
Yeah, they got tolls.
That toll shit at $9. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's insane. That just makes me wonder. That's why I don't want to go to these fucking liberals fucking states. It's a fucking annoying. Why subject yourself to this bullshit when you don't
vote in? Who did they vote in this time?
Same people.
The same type of person as Gavin. The same type of person as Trudeau.
Oh, I don't know who they voted in after Trudeau.
Yeah, I'm talking about this dude with Trudeau. So that's what I'm saying, man. If they voted for somebody is completely different, then you know they're ready for the change. But what's your opinion on why he left? You think because he was scared of Trump?
I think he was first off, it caught me by kind of surprised because they've been talking about this for about 2 months now, and that's why I said I thought he was just gonna continue going along to get along gang. But then when they really started talking about it, like buckling down on it, which was last week, and it was all signs that he's stepping down, all signs that he's stepping down, blah 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 blah. It didn't catch me by surprise, but it kind of thwarted me a little bit, just like when Biden dropped out. I was like, everyone keeps telling us it's gonna do it, but you never know until you actually see it, right? So when I saw Trump step down, I was like, oh shit, for real? That's unprecedented. And then when I seen him do it, I was like, oh shit, it's a new wave of governor now. And he said it's all deal with the infighting, but I just don't believe it. And I think it might be for the best. But what they're going to do is they're trying to get someone that's more conservative, because the way all the bullshit that they keep voting in and all the shit this liberal shit that keeps coming in that they keep saying yes to is the reason why Canada's becoming a shithole. And now that if he put tariffs on there on top of the taxes that they already keep putting in place for this stupid ass climate change and all this extra shit, it's just going to make it harder on them. Why are you?
That's a fact.
Can we count the nostrils? I don't know. I kind of shaved my nostril hairs. I'm sorry. I just let y'all know that. Kind of shave. I do the ears too, you know. I'm only up close in person because I don't know why. I had it backwards. Okay, there we go. Scooting back.
Like Anton.com.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Anywho, let's continue with this
good old white woman. Good old white woman.
Bad timing to be doing internal party politics.
Let's talk about the U.S. relationship with Canada, because did Trump winning the election, did this factor into Trudeau stepping down? As we know, Donald Trump recently called Trudeau the governor of the great state of Canada. Obviously, Canada is not a state, and he plans to impose a 25% tariff on goods from Canada. So is Donald Trump's tough rhetoric when it comes to Canada, when it comes to Trudeau, did that factor in his decision, do you think?
I don't think that
I think it did. After that motherfucking meeting with Justin Trudeau was looking up, trying to get in good graces with fucking Trump after he said all that bullshit about Trump last year, the year before that. If y'all don't understand, that nigga Trudeau was talking mad shit about Trump. And then when Trump's like, look, all right, cool. Don't worry, bitch. Don't worry, bitch. You're gonna be biting your motherfucking tongue here pretty soon. Go ahead, man.
You got him.
I'm sorry.
Trump said the great state of Canada.
That's a whole fact.
If that ain't a fucking bar, if that ain't a fucking bar, yo, what president-elect say some shit like that? But our boy,
a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about your goddamn feelings.
He said the great.
Because you think about this shit. Listen. If we literally want to take over Canada, they keep saying, oh, we can hide in the mountains, blah, blah, blah. Y'all don't know. Yeah, all right, nigga, shut up. The whole Canada is not populated like that. Most of it's motherfucking wasteland for fucking snow. I don't know, snow and ice. I don't know why we acting like it ain't.
And half the country ain't gonna know and take it over because they live in rural areas.
Yeah, so
half the country won't even know. at fucking all. And the other half, they what they gonna do? Shoot us with their guns? Oops, y'all ain't got nothing.
Oh, should have learned about that before you let that motherfucker take all your gun rights, bitch. Y'all don't even know, y'all can't even talk shit about us because as soon as we take y'all over, y'all ain't got freedom of speech, bitch. You better shut your push ass up.
They talking about guns. Oops, y'all ain't got nothing. My bad. Y'all let the
My
government
bad.
take it from y'all. Hey,
Huh. Yeah. Same thing happened. Listen, let's think about all the royal family have islands in Canada. I don't give a fuck about that royal family, and fuck them too. We can take that little pussy ass island over too.
yeah, I know they ain't talking about England. Them motherfuckers, right? They can't even fight cold right now.
What the fuck are we doing?
They got the Muslims taking over everything. They got their own. They're welcome us in.
Nah, wait, absolutely. They gonna welcome us in anyway. Listen, they are not bigger than us. Oh, we
Yeah.
still belong to the crown, bitch. Please, that little bitty ass island don't mean shit. That island is not even bigger than goddamn. Let's see how. Let's look how goddamn little bitty ass island of England is. Goddamn it.
I'm pretty sure it's probably the size of California, and a little bit smaller. Matter of fact, shit, it might be the size of Arizona. It's not big at all.
England is considerably smaller than the U.S. in both terms of
Population people.
land and population. With borders of Scotland to North Wales to the west, North Sea to East Channel, whatever, blah blah blah. See how big is it, bitch? Let me look at. Let's see. Come on, man. That shit is only 243,610 square kilometers. To our, you ready for this? You ready for this? 9,833,517 square kilometers. 40 times bigger than the UK. Stop it. Them motherfuckers can't wash our bowels without us telling them to. This is crazy. I don't know why they give UK England fucking why they have reason why they don't want to take them over because they white. Let's be honest. If it wasn't up for Russia, Russia take that motherfucking spot over too. It'd be easy for Russia to do. But they having a hard time with motherfucking Ukraine, so I don't know. I don't know. This shit crazy. But I'm all in for starting taking over shit. We can start at Canada because that'll be an easy walkthrough. Take it down from Mexico straight to the motherfucking take back our motherfucking Panama Canal, and then we just keep going south. Keep going south.
You feel like we should pull a Germany?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Who gonna stop us? Yeah, it's like that.
God damn it! I'm trying to argue with you.
Who gonna stop us? Haiti? Haiti gonna stop us? What we doing here, nigga? Fuck.
And China, all you gotta do is wait till the wintertime when China get the flu. They done. They got nothing.
These motherfuckers got the flu now.
That's what I said. You wait till February. Everybody gonna be delirious with the flu. We ain't gotta worry about them.
The motherfuckers gonna be goddamn running with masks on their face and shit.
That's a fact. And then Russia's still gonna be fighting with Ukraine. They ain't even gonna notice the bullshit that's going on.
That's a whole fact. Kingdom
Right.
I am telling you, man.
You ain't lying, Tom.
Let's look at
from sea to shining fucking sea.
Absolutely. Let's look at it.
And you know everybody take over Africa, so it's our turn anyway.
We already over there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at it. I want to look at it in like real time, right? Let's look at okay. Now that jungle might be a problem for us.
That's all right. We can skip over that. Skip over that. We don't need any unnecessary conflicts. Skip over that. We ain't gotta worry about that. Just go right past it.
Let's just look at it, okay? All right. Let me pick one of these maps. We need some color in it. Let's go with that. I'm gonna go with that one. Make it bigger. There we go. Let me stop sharing that. Bring it back. This is what we're gonna do, man. This is what we're gonna do, man. Oh man, what the fuck? All right, here we go. Now,
That's all. That's all. That's
all
all ours.
all this is big and shit, and ooh, from right here to motherfucking over here is goddamn wasteland of snow and ice. And then we ain't gonna talk about none of that up there. Let's zoom in on this one, right, chum? Let's get the zoom in. All right. You got Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa
Sir,
Rica, Panama.
that's ours. Don't even worry about that.
All right. If we come from just Florida alone, we taking over Bahamas, Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica. I think this is a probably a 20-day fight.
Oh,
And that's just being, an asshole. Cause you don't want to beat them all up in the same day. We need to make sure the land is fucking, able to be salvaged, It's a 20-day fight. I know the Haitians, they're so that no one's scared of the Haitians. See, what we need is a dictator, a one that is. We need to go back to the conquer all mindset. Where we stop, we conquer. Because all this, listen, I ain't even worried about Mexico. I ain't never been scared of midgets in my day in my life. Only thing they can do is dig me a hole. Let's see, the next problem we see. So we ain't got no problem all the way to fucking Colombia. Because there's a lot of jungle in Colombia now. But Brazil got the biggest jungle.
You could take care of their president, and about once they president fall, you good. They'll sell you the country. Don't worry about that.
I think Venezuela, since the president now is more in line with Trump himself, he might sell us the country.
Tell them get down and lay down. Ain't that big of a deal. Y'all gonna
Trinidad,
be doing better after this.
We ain't even worried about Trinidad and Tobago. Well, fuck them niggas, man. Captured. Stop playing with us. Ecuador, get the fuck out of here. Peru.
Do you really want it?
What's that?
Do you really want it? Or it's just one of them things just in your way?
It's some good beaches over here, bro.
All right.
It's good beaches over here.
It's just making our summer home then. It's all right.
Yeah. We know the Nazis got Argentina. We know that.
That's a fact.
We can get Chile. Chile got a long, and then they close to the motherfucking they closer to the motherfucking Arctic than anyone else. Yeah, we can. Uruguay got some great beaches. Brazil just have too much wasteland. But we can take. I say this is gonna be going from country to country, starting at Colombia. I think this is probably because they're going to end up banding together, like Bolivia and Paraguay going to band together. I'm going to tell you that right now because they're just two small countries. They, we need help. So they're going to band together. So we're going to beat their ass together. We're going to drop bombs on Uruguay. We ain't got time for this shit. It's a wasted fucking plot. But Brazil's going to be our toughest one just because of land mass itself and all the goddamn forest areas. Other than that, it's plausible. I say it's a 2-year endeavor.
2 years. Wow.
I don't give it 2. That is saying that we going in there to capture, but not demolish the land. You know what I'm saying? It still needs to be equitable where we can get in there and make it America. Even though it is America, but make it all one America. United America countries.
So how long is the break before you start going east?
What do you mean? Going back to
no, we're gonna start taking over England. Yeah.
Well, do we really want England? England's a piece of shit ass, small ass fucking island. I don't really want it, right? They let them motherfuckers band together. Let them motherfuckers band together. Because if we got all this, we good.
North side, yeah. You got every bit of weather you can want. You can go wherever you want.
Yeah, we all good.
They'd be a lot safer. We ain't never got to worry about wool.
Yeah, well,
Greenland
see,
never went out.
we like Hawaii, but you know, they so liberal. We could leave them motherfuckers the island. Like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't getting shit. You know, even though they are 50th state, you know, yeah, they listen, they keep voting the way they vote. Look, they might try to fight. And then we gotta fight these dumbass motherfucking Samoans and shit again. These Hawaiian islands. We don't want no one to take over land again. No, we ain't worried about that shit, right?
Let
So
her have it.
either we're gonna let them have it or we're gonna make it a pit stop before we go over the fucking. Damn, we can go over to Russia too, because Russia's on the other side. But I don't want Russia because it's cold there. Cold. I don't like cold weather. We damn
Leave
sure
them
gonna
with
take
the
over Greenland though. We'll get Greenland and what, Greenland and what's the other one? Iceland.
Greenland cold too.
Yeah, I know, but we can take it over. Make sure it's ours.
Everybody say Iceland is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everything in this northern hemisphere for us. Well, not northern. We got northern and southern hemisphere. Everything in America, so the North and South America, all in this encompassing in this little map right here. We should take over. Make it one fucking government. One goddamn government. I think
Seems
it
like
might
it
be a
would have
wrap.
saved a lot of time. It would have saved a lot of time.
Absolutely, man. All this distinction between us. Why? You won't even have to worry about them calling them immigrants no more. They all Americans. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
They still gonna have to do. Guess what they gonna have to do? They gonna have to work. Ain't no one gonna get no free shit. Ain't no one get no free shit, bitch. You gotta work.
And you got to pay taxes.
Yeah, what you were doing before, you gotta do it now. Now you legal, bitch. How about that? Yeah, but I think that'll be a plan. We just got to go back to the old way of living. I don't know why they stopped the old way of uh, control and conquer. I don't know why they stopped that. It just doesn't make sense to me why you would do something that made us actually motherfucking as prosperous as we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's a
stopped
fact,
once
Ben.
we got over here. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Ben.
Hello, you working on your beach body? Listen,
That's a fact.
me and Kai gonna be there soon too. Got 2.5 years. Woo-wee.
That's a whole fact. God damn it. It's the best life ever.
On some beach somewhere in this area that's gonna be all of the United States pretty soon. Don't let me do it. I'm declaring war on everybody. Fuck it.
On the
Don't
same
let
day?
me. Huh?
On the same day?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, hey, I declare war. We are now a dictatorship. Fuck these motherfuckers in Congress because they ain't getting shit done. Right? I want shit done and I want shit done my way. We're gonna make this shit work. Now, I'm declaring war on Mexico and Canada. As of today, we are at war. Day one. Day motherfucking one, we at war. I'm gonna give you either lay down.
You got to get down first, so get down.
Get down or lay down. There you go. No, lay down or lay down, because we're gonna take it over anyway. Ain't no stopping us now. You know what I'm saying? We get our oil through them anyway, so it ain't gonna take us that long. We gotta work quick through Canada. So that's a 2-day war. 2 days, boom, 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 blow some shit up. That's ours in 2 days. And that's blowing shit up and making sure, the people that are scared, because most of them Canadians are scared. You start dropping bombs on them bitch asses. They gon' we American. We talk English anyway. We speak English anyway. So fuck it. We gonna join your side. Now we're gonna change the rules of the game. Day one. If you are not speaking English, you gotta either go to jail or be someone's slave. I guarantee you they'll start speaking English real quick. Because if we hear any of that guala shit, you're gonna be someone's slave. No gualas. None of that shit. It's all English. American English, not that Britain shit, whatever they call that. I don't know what the fuck. The old English. We don't speak that old English. Hey, bruv, we don't speak that shit. We stop at that shit. So from there on, that's how we do it. And then day two, day one, Mexico, we got to give them a head start because they midgets. They gotta be able to build their guns and shit within a week. They ain't gonna need to smuggle no guns no more because they'll be everyone will be American once we take it over. You ain't got to worry about their female president. Listen. You better get down and lay down, ho. Better get down and lay down. We ain't playing with y'all no more. We gonna destroy the border because they ain't gonna need no border no more. And it is what it is. All gonna be America. That's gonna give us enough people to send the Mexicans out on the first wave because they speak that guala guala shit, right? But again, they're gonna have to lose that native tongue because it got to be in English. Then they're gonna go to Central America and all the way down. We're just gonna keep it moving. And everyone gonna be speaking English. So, and from there, okay, that's a 2-year endeavor from start to finish.
Shit, I ain't gotta use my passport no more.
Nope. There ain't gonna be no more need for the passport. We ain't going listen, you won't need to go overseas no more. We'll have it all from north to south. If you want to go motherfucking whale hunting in the north, go ahead, go up to the Baltic Seas and shit.
Yeah, right.
What we doing here? We good.
That'd be a perfect fucking idea, dog.
Man, it never happened, but it's
perfect fucking idea.
Yeah.
Well, I think Mexico becoming a territory is a possibility. I really do.
ADS.
Yeah, I think Mexico becoming a territory is possible because it'll be too easy to do. They want to get rid of the cartel. We can do that in a fucking day, and that it would solve a lot of issues about these damn the illegals trying to cross the border. You already here. You just stand on the other side and pay your fair share. So I think pretty soon the sale of Mexico would be up because we already took California and Arizona was the part of Mexico too.
Yeah.
Nevada, New Mexico.
Yeah. So think about it. It will solve a lot of issues. They ain't got to worry about trying to get legal status because you already got status.
Look at Zoomer. Look, that's what I'm talking about, Zoomer. I'm using mine in Brazil. God damn it. Fuck
it. You know, it's going to be, a lot of places in Mexico beautiful. They do vacation sites for the rich. They'll have they have their independence. They can carry guns and all that other shit. We ain't got to worry about that bullshit. We can tighten up the border from their side at that point. It seemed like it was a win-win. I see in my lifetime, or maybe the next, that they'll make a territory or they sell it to us.
Well, I think we need to go all the way down through Panama.
No, we're going all the way to motherfucking Argentina.
You talking about buying it, man?
Oh, we ain't buying back shit that we own. What are we doing?
No, we ain't buying shit, dude.
Just take it on, huh?
We taking that motherfucker. We built it.
We taking everything back. Just like the white people taking back nigga. We taking it back.
See, we should have done with the Panama Canal what China is doing to the ports and shit they're building in Africa. If you can't pay off the loan, we get to own it and control it in the end.
Okay.
That's actual manifest destiny thinking.
I personally think that the further we go south, if we take over everything from the north to the south, ain't shit stopping us because we got little Mexicans that can dig tunnels. We got listen, they got Telemundo, the biggest motherfucking television stations ever. Listen, y'all don't know. You want to talk about telecommunications, you talk to the Mexicans. They doing it.
And Mexicans seem to love our social welfare system here while they're here. Wouldn't they love it more in their own country?
Well, we won't have no welfare system no more, sir. This is me taking it over. There will be no more.
But all right, Tom. So we're gonna summer in Canada and we're gonna winter in Mexico, and all the Mexicans can be in America growing crops. They want to work on farms.
They like to grow food so much. Hey, go ahead and do it.
Yep. There you go. Here's some nice fertile land.
It'll be mandatory that they'll have to start colleges everywhere. You know, they have to build first thing because you got to build their education first, and then you start
agriculture colleges specifically.
Yes, yeah. Listen, I'm all in for because we want fresh food, nigga. We want to go back to the beginning. We don't want this over processed shit. Let these motherfuckers know what needs to go back to cycles, food cycles. That's what we need to go back to until we get there. You know,
we put little Mexican shepherds in our fields full of free range chickens to guard.
Oh yeah, we can make this shit happen. Tell you,
imagine America with buffalo and cattle just roaming free again.
Hey Mayo, I said day one I'm fucking declaring war on Mexico and Canada. Day one, we're going to war. Goddamn it.
Oh no. I'm not going to war.
Oh no, I'm going to war.
I'm demanding possession.
No, because that's a declaration of war because it's a sovereign country, right? So it's got to be a declaration of war.
Not if they concede before the first shot is fired.
Exactly. That's why I'm telling you, day one, I'm telling you, I'm going to war. Look, I am at war as of right now with Canada and Mexico. Either get down or lay down. Bombs over motherfucking Baghdad, Canada, and Mexico at the same time. It's possible. I mean, it ain't like it's hard. I'm telling you, it's a 2-day fight with Canada. Because one bomb get dropped over there, they coming back this way.
And knocking over Mexico would be like knocking off a taco truck. Let's be honest.
They might dig holes. We'll blow them out.
The drug cartels would give more pushback than their military.
Oh, absolutely. This is what I'm saying. This is a cakewalk. We ain't gonna talk about all these little bitty ass islands. Haiti, what? Haiti, you ain't Haiti no more.
Oh no, dude, you mean our new naval bombing range?
That's
formerly known as Haiti, right?
The whole fact. Listen, this is a plausible goddamn war. Plausible outcome if y'all let the right people, the right man, I'm way more radical than Mayo. I think we're about the same. Nidus.
Yeah, I'm just a little more muted.
yeah. I was gonna let them motherfuckers know.
Because I understand that some people in the world cannot handle democracy. They're just not built for it.
I don't give a fuck. We ain't gonna do democracy no more. We doing dictatorship, goddammit, until we own everything. Once we own everything, then we can talk about democracy. But I tell you, the first place I'm really gonna take over, guess what I'm taking over first? LA.
Mexico.
Nope.
Where?
The first place I'm gonna drop a bomb. Costa fucking Rica. Did so you mine, bitch. Yeah, did so. You gonna be mine, pussy. Yes, sir. What up, John?
That's the first place you gonna go?
Oh, I'm making
the reason why we changed the way we do because y'all too progressive and too liberal.
Listen. The first thing I do is make this so my personal slave. First thing, and then we fucking, start war.
You got too many weak men like Saucy Santana up here.
This is why we leave this nigga in the back. I don't know why he come up here talking.
Trudeau stepped down or changed anything because of some social media posts by the incoming president. I think what it did highlight is the need to have somebody at the helm to take part in these what will be challenging and important conversations. Trudeau feels that he is the right person to do that. I think that's one of the reasons we've seen the delay. He was successful back in the first Trump administration in steering Canada and landing the relationship in a good place. I believe he thought he could do it again.
He conceded.
The caucus, which are all of the different MPs in across the country who fly under the Liberal banner, they got together and they've been slowly, especially over the last 6 months, increasingly vocal. And so what we saw was very similar to Kamala and Biden and sort of a grassroots push to say, no, there's too much rage against the person at the top. We have no chance with him. We need to change that person. And I think over the Christmas break, Trudeau came to the same conclusion.
They want a more manly and militant person.
So to your point then, are Canadians surprised today?
Yeah, she look, in my dictatorship, bitches can't speak for nobody. Sorry, it's not we ain't doing that. These dumb bitches ain't speaking no more. We're gonna put rags on their motherfucking head.
Like on yours right now, like on your head right now.
Yeah, this is stock crap. We're putting rags on motherfucking head.
Yeah, I see you, Saucy. I see you, Saucy Santana.
Yeah, we keep this nigga in the back. He learned how to motherfucker act.
At this announcement because Trudeau was trailing the conservative leader by double digits in polls. You're saying that this is almost like a Biden-Harris situation. I know in America it was expected that Biden was going to step aside after that debate, but once that actually happened, people were still shocked and people felt that shock. So is that the same in Canada today?
No.
So I'd say the shock is maybe a little more muted. There was our finance minister sort of had a spectacular exit in mid-December where she quit and she criticized some of the economic policies of the Trudeau administration, ones that she would otherwise been associated with. Mm-hmm. And so since then, I think people have been holding their breath, waiting to see what he was going to do. And and while we were waiting, the silence was deafening from Trudeau, but caucus members were emboldened and speaking out, and by early January, it felt inevitable.
The audience on our YouTube channel is mostly American, so if you could educate me as well as our audience just a little bit here, because I found it fascinating when you said,
Mayo, did you think, or OG, because you've been paying attention to this Trudeau shit, haven't you? Because you talked about it yesterday, right? Someone did. Do y'all think y'all seen this coming with Trudeau stepping down?
They've been talking about Trudeau for a little while now about how people losing faith in him. So yeah, I didn't see him stepping down, but I felt like it wasn't going too good for him though.
Okay, I'm in your boat. I didn't see him stepping down. I thought it was going to just change the way he thinks. That's what usually happens. You get backlash from the people, and then you kind of appease them by making a new law or some shit to get them off your back for a couple of more months, and then, fuck them again. So
when was his term over?
Well, I think he completed his mission from the UN.
Yeah, but is it next year we're going to be over? Because I swore he said it was
I don't know how long it is before they have to. Like I said, they can be changed over any damn day. It doesn't take a term limit, right? They can literally the government can be called into question and then taken down because it's part of Parliament. Parliament, you can be subject to change anytime. That's why we had
their system.
Yeah, they've had what in was it the UK that they had motherfucking 3 prime ministers in less than goddamn 30 days? Something like that.
Yeah.
Literally 3 prime ministers in 30 days. So, it just depends. Like, most people don't understand how these other systems work, and it's very confusing. It's very confusing to some people, but it's funny to sit there and watch these motherfuckers argue. I'll tell you that much. That shit is funny.
Oh yeah, and that's what the Senate was supposed to act like.
Yeah,
but it's been corrupted.
Yeah, I think they act more American than fucking European. I'd rather them be Americans than do the same thing these other sorry sacks of shit do.
Yeah, but there's no debate that actually takes place anymore. It's all people standing on the soapbox in there.
Yes, you can call it that. You can call it soapbox. But it's a lot of soapbox action happening in the Senate. Let's get it.
No, sir. Canada and the UK are much funner to watch.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's a lot of soapbox grandstanding damn sure going on in the Senate here. But I literally didn't see him stepping down no time this year. Because I know he begged Trump. And I thought he was trying to get the reason why he's scared of Trump. That's what it is. The reason he stepped down, he's scared of Trump because he was going to have backlash like a motherfucker because them tariffs was going to hit hard. Even with that motherfucking, not the NAFTA deal, what is it called? The MCA, I think it's called.
What was the point that Trump putting tariffs on him? Oh, wow, but what was the point of it?
We need to get this money. Because most of our we got companies that moved to Mexico to build chips and chip shit, and then where they're building most of the car products over there, and then shipping them back here afterwards. There's a lot of I don't know what his reason was, but I can look it up. I mean, that's a good question. Let me look it up.
Everyone has to almost sit on their toes because there's no fixed election date in America. I mean, that would just be mind blowing. So can you explain now he's saying he's stepping down? What happens next?
Sure. So there has to be an election constitutionally every 5 every 5 years, but the date can vary drastically. What the Prime Minister has done before he made his announcement today is he walked over to Rideau Hall, where the Governor General, the Queen's representative in Canada, resides, and he asked her to prorogue Parliament, so to end the current parliamentary session. That kills all of the bills that are on the order paper, that kills sort of all, that ceases Parliament. Parliament is no longer in session. That doesn't mean the executive doesn't continue, it does, but parliamentary work is over, and she's agreed to prorogue until March 24th. Between now and March 24th, the Liberals are going to figure out how to pick their own leader, I think, or pick the new leader. It's going to be a new age to do it. The last time we did it was 2013. Now we're in an age with a lot more social media, a lot more foreign interference concerns. So I think that will be a challenge. After March 24th, presumably the new leader will come back, start a new session of Parliament, which always starts with a speech from the throne. And then after that, we suspect the government will, unless something really dramatic happens between now and then, I suspect that the opposition parties will do a vote of non-confidence, which they can do because we're in a minority government. So the governing party doesn't have a majority of the House. They will all come together, they will force an election, and will probably, depending on how long, again, the length of an election is also variable. It could be 30 days, it can be 80 days. So somewhere between April and June, the new Liberal leader will take party into the election.
I'm so confused,
probably by next June, there will be a new Prime Minister.
By next June?
You've seen this?
Yes. Yes. So half of the political year is worthless.
That's
oh my god!
It's just as bad as ours. You know, ours only what do they work a year? What is it, like 48 days or 97 days? Something. I think it's 97 days they work. Our government.
But these guys are literally getting sent home from school for 6 months at a minimum.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm so goddamn confused. So is Canada? So Canada still is under English rule?
No, they're a sovereign country, but they have French and
British roots.
Yeah, roots.
I get that, but she just said the Queen's representative. So
yes, they're still attached.
What they call the sovereign? What is it? Sovereign government? I can't remember what it's called because the same thing with what is the fuck is it? Jamaica. They're still part of the crown, but they're like a territory versus a fucking versus a fucking actual state of the goddamn government.
So they still have to, because what she said, if she grants it, everything stops. So it's still up to England and in order to say whether they
she did.
No, the she they were talking about is the head of the Canadian Parliament. Now it's a formal request to the Crown, but it will be granted. It's literally just ceremonial.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why Trump is wanting to impose tariffs on Canada is because 77% of exports from Canada come to the United States, and there's barely any tariffs put on. So if you put tariffs on the shit that they bringing in, they're gonna have to pay us to export their shit into our country, which is I think is an awesome idea. And the same thing with China.
Yeah.
And Mexico.
Tariffs are just a jumping off point for trade deals.
Yep.
That's it. The threat of tariffs has always just been a jumping off point for negotiations.
Mm-hmm. And Trump openly criticizes Canada about their immigration policy because the same as with ours. They allowed all these motherfuckers in just like we are, and with no fucking sight of stopping in sight because motherfuckers they want to be free and everyone's able to come here except for, let's get this, a white man that's from the UK, and they said that this motherfucker is illegal alien and has to be deported back to UK. Make that shit make sense there.
Sir, white men are the only people you can actually fucking discriminate against openly anymore.
That's the whole. I think 90% of Canada is owned by the royals. That could be true. I don't fucking know. I don't really care.
Of the free land, yes, that's true. Of the free land is still owned by the crown. Like where we have national parks here, the crown owns that. And like we have what's that? BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land.
Yeah.
That shit in Canada is owned specifically personally by the crown.
Like I
and
said,
not the country of England, the actual family.
Crown. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Tell them pussies to come get it. That's what I'm saying. When I take over, tell them pussies to come get it, because it's mine, nigga. I'm telling you, you ain't getting shit up out of here, partner. It ain't even logistically feasible for you to even try.
Nope.
But, let this whole talk.
Shift worldwide, that there's been a rejection of the status quo. You saw this in America in November, where Biden and then Harris didn't really tap into the mood like you said Trudeau didn't after COVID. Do you think then that because the Liberal Party in Canada is trailing in the polls because of this change worldwide, do you think you're going to see a conservative prime minister in Canada next?
No.
The polls certainly indicate right now that we're going into a conservative sort of supermajority. And a conservative majority government doesn't face, is actually one of the most powerful sort of forms of government. They don't have nearly as many checks and balances as even a US president would have. They can get anything through the House that they would like. They've got to have, everything will sail through. And so they will see some really dramatic changes in Canadian policy and laws by the end of this year.
As we know, Trudeau was the party leader since 2013. He was prime minister since 2015. When you're looking at his political career, what do you think his legacy is going to be?
So I think he's going to have a really positive legacy. I think maybe not right now as people are living in it, but going forward, he's going to be seen as progressive. He's going to be seen as he's going to be an environmentalist, taking progressive steps against climate change. He's going to be seen as a feminist, someone doing more for gender equality in the country, for reconciliation with Indigenous peoples, and also for really making big strides to help the middle class. Canada Child Benefit, we brought was a benefit to all families that have children. We have $10 a day childcare now that was brought in by the Liberal Party. He brought in free pharmacare, free dental care. So these are things, and legalized marijuana and banned assault weapons. So I think the history books will be very kind to
some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Well, Stevie, I appreciate you coming on today, breaking this down for me and our audience. You are welcome back anytime. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, that shit's weird. Like I said, only thing he says, oh, we're free this, free that, free that's free. It's been free for a long time. That's not nothing new. That ain't nothing new. I don't know why you even mention that shit. That shit is nothing new. But it is what it is. So that was the, I want to say, liberal side of the Canadian problem with Justin Trudeau. They said this person's conservative leaning. So let's hear what this sorry white guy has to say.
Good day. Canadians desperate to turn the page on this dark chapter in our history.
Can you turn that up a little bit, Tom?
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau is finally leaving. But what has really changed? Every Liberal MP today and every potential Liberal leadership contender fighting for the top job helped Justin Trudeau break the country over the last 9 years. All Liberal politicians actively worked to pass into law the job-killing inflationary carbon tax, a tax that Carbon Tax Carney endorsed in his book. All supported a law quadrupling the tax over the next 5 years. All voted for or actively supported Trudeau's out-of-control spending, debt, and immigration. All passed Trudeau's housing policies that doubled the cost of homes. All Liberal politicians helped pass catch-and-release bail and house arrest for the most rampant reoffenders, policies that increased violent crime 50%, gun crime 116%, and hate crime by 250%. So given that Liberal MPs and leadership contenders unanimously supported everything Trudeau has done. Why dump him now, right before an election? Have they had a change of heart? Is it because they feel guilty that they doubled housing costs, hiked taxes, unleashed crime, broke immigration, forced a quarter of the population into poverty? No. They continued supporting Trudeau when he did all of those things. No, their only objection is that he is no longer popular enough to win an election and keep them in power. They want to protect their pensions and paycheck by sweeping their hated leader under the rug months before an election to trick you and then do it all over again.
Sound familiar?
While leaderless liberals focus on saving their jobs and fighting each other for power, the country spirals out of control, an out of control housing emergency, an out of control migrant crisis, an out of control $62 billion deficit, not to mention tariff threats from the United States. Oh, and another NDP liberal carbon tax hike kicks in this April 1st. Everything's out of control. And now the government is out of control. This cannot go on. We need a carbon tax election now to choose between the NDP Liberal costly coalition that taxes your food, punishes your work, doubles your housing costs, and unleashes crime and drugs in your community, or common sense conservatives who will act the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. Canadians can take back control of their lives and their country. Take back control of our border. Take back control of immigration. Take back control of spending, deficits, and inflation. Take back control of our streets by locking up criminals, banning drugs, treating addiction, and stopping gun smugglers. We'll cap spending, axe taxes, reward work, build homes, uphold family, stop crime, secure borders, rearm our forces, restore our freedom, and put Canada first. All with one mission: to bring home Canada's promise that every hardworking Canadian gets a powerful paycheck and pension that buys affordable food and homes on safe streets, where all are united for the country we know and love. Canada first, Canada last, Canada always. Let's bring it home.
It sounds like soft MAGA.
Yeah.
It's polite. It's Canadian MAGA.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I was just hoping to hear an a boot.
A boot.
A boot this.
I can't stand the way they talk. To be honest with you, I really can't. That shit's annoying.
No, it just makes me laugh. That's all.
I have a French Canadian that boss. One of them.
Oh, French Canadian's different, sir. That's not Canadian. That's French Canadian, sir.
I know. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah. Quebecois is completely different from a boot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh.
I mean, most people from Western Montana look more like people from from Western Canada look like people from Montana.
Oh, that's the wrong
Wyoming.
Camera. That is horrible camera. Which one is that one? Horrible.
Good Lord.
I am bright on that one, right?
Hey, you got white face on that one.
Oh, what OG doing up there?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see it. I don't see it. Anywho, that was all about that place right there. What is this? Okay, get that off. Get that off. Get that off. I lost all motherfucking shit. God damn it. They closed out. Anywho.
Dude. I would have loved to have been in Kamala's head when she certified that election.
I was trying. I had it. Okay, here it is. This is just her fucking face is just the mental anguish you gotta have and say, I'm the first loser out here in these streets.
House and Senate are gathering in what is there, and there is the Speaker Mike Johnson and Vice President Kamala Harris. It's obviously a bipartisan or even nonpartisan event where the leaders of this country come together to count the electoral votes. There's Ted Cruz, a senator from Texas, who was one of the main individuals who helped cause what happened 4 years ago by putting forward the falsehood that the vice president could somehow do something to stop the electoral count. There's Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries. Clark, his number two. What are your thoughts as you watch this in action, Caillou?
Ted Cruz obviously was the first senator to object. And obviously, just looking back on this, what the vice president maintained at the time, as Mark knows well, is that he did not have the power to block the certification on this day 4 years ago.
And he didn't.
What we have seen is the Electoral Count Act that was passed reaffirming that interpretation of the law. So people like John Eastman,
This is retarded.
later referred to as a crackpot of attorneys that Trump was listening to at the time, could not make that argument. It also changed the threshold for how many people have to object to lead to that moment. So even if we were in the exact same situation as 4 years ago, had this law been passed, the threshold would have had to been much higher than what it was 4 years ago for that to actually happen.
Let's listen in. Vice President Harris is calling for order.
Pursuant to the Constitution and laws of the United States, the Senate and House of Representatives are meeting in joint session to verify the certificates and count the votes of the electors of the several states for President and Vice President of the United States. After ascertainment has been had that the certificates are authentic and correct in form, the tellers will count and make a list of the votes cast by the electors of the several states. The tellers on the part of the two houses will take their places at the clerk's desk.
I just think it's so important to reflect on what we are seeing right now. We talked at the beginning about this complex being fortified,
Let me pause this.
but it's being fortified.
What most people don't understand, like they come to each one of these stupid Congress members and they ask them how they're going to vote, right? And then they come down and they make their little stupid ass speech. If they do, some of them do, some of them don't, and say they object to this and they object to that, blah, 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 blah. This happens every fucking 4 years. It happened this time as well. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. What is that called? God dog it. Shit. Usually, no, it usually happens during this, but I'm quite sure they didn't show it. But they come down, they scream why they don't like shit and why they don't like the motherfucking president. And Democrats have done it this whole time. So to think that them coming up here to January 6th shit was just ridiculous. And you see how many people was asking for them to have a January 6th same thing happen for the Republican side, for the Democrat side. It's insane.
Despite the fact that this is peaceful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Without objection, the tellers will dispense with reading formal portions of the certificates. After ascertaining that the certificates are regular in form and authentic, the tellers will announce the votes cast by the electors for each state, beginning with Alabama.
President, the certificate of the electoral vote of the state of Alabama seems to be regular in form and authentic, and it appears therefrom that Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida received 9 votes for president, and J.D. Vance of the state of Ohio received 9 votes for vice president. Madam President, the certificate of the electoral
Basically what's happening right now, the tellers alternate reporting on the authenticity and the proper form of each of the certificates and the number of votes designated for president and vice president. And then each teller records the results on a paper tally sheet. And then at the end of that, reading all results from all 50 states and DC, the tellers then compare the results on their 4 tally sheets and all sign all 4 tally sheets. Then the vice president announces the result totals and announces the election of president and vice president. So they are going to be reading through each 50 state and the District of Columbia.
Madam
results
President,
from
the
Ohio there,
certificate
obviously
of the electoral
state
vote of
for,
the state
for
of
J.D. Vance.
Oklahoma seems to be
Back with the team here in New York as we continue to watch what is going on to the counting of the ballots from each of the states. Congressman, you were there 4 years ago. Is it odd watching this?
It is. Well, the funny thing is, we were kind of talking offline here. I was present.
It's just stupid because it happens every fucking 4 years. It happens every 4 years. How's it odd? This is dumb. I hate media personnel because they're so fucking retarded. Anderson Cooper, retard.
Yeah, and they're talking about an insurgency that went home for dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. What was it? It was the whole thing was stopped for what, 2 hours and some change. Come on, man. Stop.
Yeah, the big armed insurgency. They just got hungry and went home for dinner.
Yeah.
16, and then 20, obviously that thing. And usually, this is a non-event. I mean, I would go, kind of show up, they'd open the session, half the time I'd go back to my office because you don't even need to be on the floor. And this is over in an hour. And that's how it should be. This is great that it's happening this way. But for me, it's surreal because my attention on what January 6th is obviously has been colored by what January 6th was 4 years ago. That I forgot how quick this actually happens and how really perfunctory it actually is. So this is a good thing today. Again, the new incoming president will make the decision whether he wants to move on from January 6th or not. I'm fine whatever he decides. I think the country would be better off if he did. But yeah, it's good to see this happen today.
Do you think January 6th years from now is
Did I hear this cracker right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say if Trump wants to move on?
Oh no, I didn't hear that part.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
He said if Trump wants to move on. Trump don't ever talk about it. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's these motherfuckers who can't get over it.
That is fucking retarded.
Yeah, these motherfuckers. Hold on one second. Here we go.
A date that will live in infamy, to use the phrase used for other events. I'm not comparing it at all to the.
I think we live in split screen America. I think for some of the country it will, and it'll be remembered. I think otherwise it'll fall into history books. And the reality is this: most of the country did care. It rubbed them the wrong way. They didn't like it. That showed up consistently in polling, but it just didn't rank in the top issues at the end of the day. And I think this was such a historic and wild election cycle, and so many other dynamics entered the last 4 years that in many ways the events of January 6th were eclipsed. And there's a certain privilege involved. I acknowledge it with myself in being able to say, well, I'm a voter against January 6th. I'm voting this way because that day crossed the boundaries for me. But if you feel like the cost of living is too high, the border hasn't been secure, groceries cost too much, and you think that a different candidate, you think Donald Trump's better on that, then that's who you're going to vote for. And we saw that. I mean, we were all covered, the Republican National Committee. That was the direction this was all going. Then Joe Biden gets out of the race and opens up a complete new dynamic. But it will honestly end up being, for many people, a footnote in the history book.
The state of the vote for the President of the United States, as delivered to the President of the Senate, is as follows. The whole number of the electors appointed to vote for President of the United States is 538. Within that whole number, the majority is 270. The votes for President of the United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris.
Hey, Mr. Sean Hawkins. Hey, you can come up here and state your claim. I would love to converse on why you're not looking forward to high prices after Trump puts tariffs in place. Go ahead, because the same tariffs that was put in place before are still in place today.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we're talking about tariffs that Trump put in place, you would have to go back to the same people that kept them in place for all 4 years. You don't know how tariffs work. Well, come up here and inform me, good sir or gal. I don't know which one you are, because Sean spelled that way. It could be a girl or a boy. male or
We
female.
don't want to assume your gender.
I don't want to assume. I would love for you to come up here. Just hit the link, bro, or sister, or bro. Come on up. Tell us how tariffs work, because we're pretty stupid up here. I would love to see how tariffs. You explain to me how tariffs work. Tariffs are paid for by importer of goods. You may want to research the topic. Let's come up here and state your claim. You made the assertion. Please, I don't need to Google it. See, this is why. When you're up here, please, you're making assertions. Why would I need Google when you're already here? Just come up here and talk to us.
Yeah, we all dummies. Come and educate us. Educate us.
I'm not gonna take on you. I probably won't say nothing. I just love to hear people talk. I'm talking to person. But I would love to hear you talk.
I wasn't matriculated well, Tom, so I need to hear from people smarter than me.
That's a whole fact. And I don't even like this white dude.
Neither do I.
Kamala
Yeah,
D.
bitch, you
Harris
lost.
of the state of California has received 226 votes. The whole number of electors appointed to vote for Vice President of the United States is 538. Within that whole number, a majority is 270. The votes for Vice President of the United States are as follows. J.D. Vance of the state of Ohio has received 312 votes.
That's the whole fact.
Tim Walz of the state of Minnesota has received 226 votes. This announcement of the state of the vote by the President of the Senate shall be deemed a sufficient declaration of the persons elected, President and Vice President of the United States, each for a term beginning on the 20th day of January 2025, and shall be entered together with the list of the votes on the journals of the House and the Senate. Thank you very much.
All right, there it is, the final gavel.
Let's stop that real quick. I just want to talk to Sean. Sean, let me zoom in on myself. There we go. Sean. Guy, gal, I don't know which one you are again. He said, and he wants to deport the entire Latino labor force. You know how expensive groceries will be? White people won't do those jobs. What jobs are you talking about? The same jobs that white people have made mechanical to this day. They're not using stupid labor. That's what I call stupid labor. Whether it's black, white, Puerto Rican nation, or white. No one is using
Sean believes in slave labor wages for dark people.
So, yeah, are you saying that you believe in slave labor, or you know what? Sean's scared to come up. Come on up, Sean. Give us a piece of your mind. Stand on what you're saying, and just come up here and do it. I'm willing to hear you out. I'm not like every other channel that'll block you or some shit. I'm willing to hear you out. I love this conversation because my stance is deport everyone that came illegally. Absolutely. 100% of them. And I think we should have a ban on legal and illegal immigration for the next 20 to 50 years. Picking vegetables, processing meat, working hotels, convenience stores. What does that got to do with anything? Because what vegetables are they picking that is not actually made through other forms of picking quicker than actual sending bodies out there to pick? What vegetables are you talking about?
Not to count them shitting in the fields, or why we have salmonella outbreaks and all that too.
Well, you really want high prices, don't you? So you really love slave labor. Just say you like slaves. Because if they're not getting a fair wage, why is it that you want to implement, well, keep in place, goddamn slave labor? You are just bigots, Uncle Tom bigots. Oh, okay. Sounds great. But see, you're
I don't want cheap brown labor.
Yeah, I just want to send them back to their own house and make their countries great. Make their countries great again, whatever country they come from. I don't care what country they come from. I'm saying all of them need to go, right? They all need to go back to their countries. That includes Nigerians. That includes Haitians. That includes Mexicans. That includes El Salvadorians. That includes every last country that was not native born to America after we have established it as a country. You guys must make a hell of a mint julep. I don't know what a mint julep is, but whatever. What is that? Like a mixed drink or some shit? Like an alcoholic beverage?
It's what the plantation owners used to drink on their fields,
okay.
As they watched over their fields from their porches and were fanned by slaves.
Raider Games. The labor argument is not a well thought through. Trade exists for reasons. Law exists for a reason. What do you mean, Raider? Explain that. Wait, listen. There's a link. Is that link at the top of the page?
Pinned right to the top, sir. Pinned right to the top.
I hate reading comments in the chat. Please come up and state your claim. I mean, if you're scared, just put it in the chat. You scared? I mean, I get it. Most people is too pussy to come up anyway. Most people are scared to stand on what they believe in anyway. Most people in this YouTube space, in these goddamn Twitter, TikTok, or whatever space, they are scared to fucking hit the link. And you ain't even got to show your face. I'm the only one that has a face up here. Matter of fact, I got two. I got two pretty faces up here. If you want, literally, to fucking have a conversation, you ain't got to ever come on cam. Just come up, hit the fucking link with being a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Come on up here. Don't be a hoe. Come up here. State your claim. I have no problem with talking to people.
And Tom, I can live in a world without
slave labor,
avocados, sir.
Yeah, I don't like avocados anyway, so that doesn't bother me. I don't like avocado toast. I don't like what is that? What is that dip? Avocado dip. Don't like that either. That's
It is poor people food, sir.
That's
what avocado is.
Black Thoughts have told us that.
Yeah.
Don't I'm Akron Slim, Butterfly Jones. I ain't bullying no one. I'm just saying, come up here and talk to me. That's it. If you're making all these comments in the chat, which I don't mind. I'm glad you're in the chat talking. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I mean, we ain't in the same room. I'm all the way over here. You all the way over there. What the fuck is you scared of? And again, I said you ain't got to come on cam. A lot of these places don't light you up if you're not on cam. I don't give a shit. I just want to hear what you say so I can break down it piece by piece and we can have a conversation about it. If you don't like what I have to say, we can break down my conversation piece by piece. It's really that simple. Oh, they stopped talking in the chat. Oh, they must be scared. This is what happens when you're scared to motherfucking mean what you say and say what you mean. You just throw random shit out there and hope for it sticks. But when you don't get it, you call each other bigots or Uncle Tom bigots, whatever that means. And we make a hell of a mint julep, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what the mint julep is. I'm not gonna do any research on it. I could care less. Whatever you say it is what it is. You won't even stand on that and tell us what a mint julep is. That's okay. I know it has mint in it because that's one of the words.
If you're scared, say you're scared.
I mean, yeah, I'll take you to church. We can go to church. What is that pastor? What is it? I'm subscribed to him. I'm gonna see what preacher it is that I go to on Sundays that I don't go to. What the hell is his name? Pastor something. Starts with, I think it's a J. Kingdom Minor. What's that pastor's name that we like to watch? He crazy. He stand on business. Business in his ass. name. Oh, did we get someone up here? Raider, that's what I'm talking about. How you doing?
What's happening? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, let me turn my audio up so I can hear you.
Pastor Gino, that's what it is. We can take it to Pastor Gino.
All right. So what I saw, because I mean, I just jumped in the chat and kind of caught it on the tail end. But my point was, if you deport illegals back to their country, they're going to get into their own labor force.
Okay.
From that point on, they're part of their economy. The U.S. does business with Mexico already.
Absolutely.
So that's part of trade.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why liberals seem to think that them leaving our economy is just going to end like our ability to produce crops and agriculture and all that stuff. That ain't gonna happen. Like a lot of that stuff was getting automated anyway. There's already robots and shit like that that's already available. It's just a matter of, do farmers want to invest in that?
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah. And it's right now it's cheaper to hire cheap labor than to buy technology.
Yeah, you can say
and
that
it's
today,
literally
but
kept wages down.
if you do a cost benefit analysis today, right, and you say, all right, I don't want to invest in technology because I can get some dirt cheap labor. How long is that going to be viable? You'll be good for what, 5 years? Then what?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm with you on that one. I have no qualms with what that part is. I'm the same way. I did a whole show on how much of our agricultural process here in America is automated. We did 2 shows on this shit. And to go with this fucking statement right here, you do realize blacks weren't considered people when America became a country, right? So you want to deport yourselves. That's a smart comment, because you know what? You know, the fact of the matter is my so-called ancestors who could have been free black slaves or just free people. I don't know. I can tell you that a part of my family is white. So the other part is Asian, Korean to be most. And then we got the Negro part. So in other words, I could have been a mixture of all. It doesn't really matter. But guess what? I was born in the state of Oklahoma. So no matter what you're saying about what happened in the past when the country was founded, no one cares. Because right now, I benefit from every goddamn thing that is meant for me, being a citizen of these United States of America. Sorry, you won't take that away from me at all. I know I'm a motherfucking free slave. It's free, boss, free.
Sir, he's trying to take away your culture and your heritage.
Yeah, exactly. And he can't. It sucks because part of my heritage founded it, and a part of my heritage helped build it. So, and to think that white people didn't help build America itself is absolutely asinine. I will say black people had a lot to do with it. I will say white people had a lot to do it. I will even say Asians and Irish people as well had a lot to do with building this country. It's just a shame that most people won't look at the actual facts and stop cherry picking what they want to talk about when it comes to the reality of building this country. Building this country had everything to do with everyone involved. Even if you say they're mean to some other person, that's cool. That happens. It happens everywhere. But the fact of the matter is, some of these people need to stay in their own country and go through the same trials and tribulations that we had to do here in America. Maybe they should own slaves and have those slaves build their country. I don't know. Maybe it's a viable option. It worked for America. Why wouldn't it be able to work for you? Think about it. They still have slaves in Africa. No one cries and no, don't do that. Don't do that. No one says nothing about them motherfuckers. They got slaves in Afghanistan. They got slaves in Iraq. We got slaves in Saudi Arabia. They got slaves everywhere.
Slavery is only bought up for political job security.
Absolutely.
That's all it's bought up for.
Oh yeah.
at this point, these weak-minded comments from that person stopped talking because they're scared to come up and hit the link. Again, I'm not going to chop your head off. I'm just going to converse with you. There's nothing wrong with coming up here and talking. Believe me, I ain't the smartest person out here. If you got some drop knowledge on me that I didn't know, shit, you dropped knowledge on me I didn't know. I'll congratulate you. There's a lot of shit I didn't know, especially when OG started talking about crazy shit. But
and you didn't know, you never knew that movie Tire existed, did you?
Absolutely. Was it called Tire?
I think so.
No, it wasn't. It's called Rubber.
Rubber. That's right. Correct. Sorry.
Or
that weird Ohio movie, the people eating animals. And,
yeah, that's a lot of shit out there. But thanks for coming up, Raider. I mean, shit, at least you came out there because I agree with you. I'm not gonna you get no disagreement from me. Again, I'm all in deporting people and allowing them people to let their country sink or swim. Sometimes you have to have a revolution to build your country. Sometimes
no doubt. I mean, to me, it's I don't understand how a country could survive with an open border anywhere. Because I mean, you go anywhere else, they have laws. And think about if you try to go into North Korea right now, you try to cross the demilitarized zone, but you're dead. You try that.
A lot of people tried. A lot of people died too.
Oh yeah. That soldier that recently did it, North Korea actually packed his ass up and sent him home.
Got lucky. Yeah, very lucky.
It's insane. Even look at Poland. Poland right now said they're not taking one single goddamn Muslim at all. They don't want one, and they ain't getting one.
And I can't blame them.
And you know what they doing to keep their boys from having a Muslim in there? Setting them water hose on them some bitches.
In the wintertime, sir.
Well, you know how cold that shit is? Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
My God. No, sir. It's bad enough to me. Anything below 70 is fucking freezing, let alone goddamn getting a water hose on it in the goddamn 20. No, sir. Ain't no fucking way. But what they said with the January 6th, right? They always keep spewing that bullshit right there. This is what I always say about people. They don't understand that this shit happens every 4 years. Here's Trump's when they were going to certify his, and this even more than that's the wrong one. It was even more than that. It was where we at? Share. When Trump versus Clinton. Here's some of the fucking pieces of shit that cried and complained that Trump was not. We don't like Trump, so we can't get.
Thank you, Mr. President. I object to a certificate from the state of North Carolina based on violations of the Voting Rights Act.
There's no debate in the joint session. The chair has previously ruled a signature from a senator is required. Is there a signature from a senator?
There is a signature from the House of Representatives, myself.
The objection cannot be received without a signature from the senator.
Mr. President, I object on behalf of the millions of Americans, including members of the intelligence community.
There is no debate. Debate is prohibited.
Interfered in our election.
The chair has previously ruled a signature from a senator is required. The objection cannot be sustained unless one is available.
Mr. President, despite grave concerns of the intelligence officials showing
Objection
Russia
cannot be
interfered with
received.
our election, it is signed by myself.
Senator Klobuchar. Senator Klobuchar, continue to tally.
To the votes from the state of Wisconsin, which should not be legally certified
No debate.
or regularly
Does
given.
the gentlelady,
Because in the
does she?
In the city of Milwaukee, 60,000.
Please come to order. The chair has previously ruled. Gentleman suspend.
Went on for hours.
The gentlewoman will suspend. As the chair has previously
Sir,
ruled.
sir, that sounds like a legal charge of interfering with government process.
Document with
The
my
objection
signature on it
cannot be
seeking a
received.
senator, but the Russian intrusion.
The clerk will continue to call the roll.
I wish to ask, is there one United States senator who will join me in this letter
There
of
is no
rejection?
debate. There is no debate. The gentlewoman will suspend. The chair has previously ruled a signature from a
He said
senator
that
is
to a black
required.
woman? He's
Objection
racist.
cannot be received.
You know she came from Africa.
May God bless our new president and our new vice president.
Shut up. I don't like that nigga. This shit happens every fucking 4 years. No matter what the fuck happens, it happens every fucking 4 years. I'm surprised it didn't happen on this one. But I tell you when it did happen for this shit. Picking up the fucking goddamn gavel. Who holds the gavel? Speaker of the House.
Yeah,
them motherfuckers went ape shit crazy this year. Let me see if they got it. If they show it, if they have it on.
Oh, it wasn't as bad as last time, Tom.
It wasn't. Oh no, yeah.
No, last time it was like
10 rounds,
11 votes, I think.
Yeah. Well, at least he went first ballot, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. What is it called? Right here.
The tellers agree in their tallies that the total number of votes cast is 434, of which the Honorable Mike Johnson of the state of Louisiana has received 218.
Mr. Norman is recorded as Jordan.
Nominee for the Speaker of the People's House, the Honorable Mike Johnson from the state of Louisiana.
In the 119th Congress, we will work with the incoming administration to make life better, safer, and more affordable for working families. And the incoming administration must also recognize that while my colleagues on the other side of the aisle are divided, and while compromise remains a dirty word for so many, Congress won't be able to keep the lights on, let alone pass anything of substance, without the buy-in and blessing of House Democrats and Hakeem Jeffries. So, Mr. Clerk,
yeah, they can just change the voting rules
today at the direction of the House Democratic Caucus to place into nomination for election to the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives, the pride of Brooklyn, the gentleman from New York, Hakeem Jeffries.
Pride of Brooklyn, baby.
Nomination. Are there further nominations?
Massey. Emmer. Jeffries. Norman. Jordan. Ramirez. Self. Donalds.
American Revolution that began almost exactly now 200.
I don't want to hear shit. I'm not a fan of Mike Johnson at all. No. Are you a fan of that man?
Not me.
Yeah. Something wrong about him.
He a pussy in my world.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
Boy ain't got no heart.
He ain't got no heart, huh?
Nope, none whatsoever.
Where's that? Ooh, that nigga is. That is disgusting, bro. Oh shit. This shit look fake as fuck. Mayo, hold on. My algorithm is fucked up on YouTube, man. Look at that nigga. God. That mother.
Yeah, that ain't real.
You can get this. Tell you, it gotta be real. What his name is? Ramon's. Okay, it might be. Okay, never mind. That might be fake. That might be fake. Sonny Houston throws a fit in an insane coping session as Kamala Harris certifies. You know what? Let's see what the hell these hoes say.
Right. I was told by a source familiar with her thinking, Jake, I'm going to throw it back to you, that she is steeling herself for this moment where she is going to be presiding over her own loss. Thank you.
The whole number of the electors appointed to vote for President of the United States is 538. Within that whole number, the majority is 270. The votes for President of the United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
Woo! Woo!
A few moments later.
And it was about what should be the norm and what the American people should be able to take for granted, which is that one of the most important pillars of our democracy is that there will be a peaceful transfer of power. And today I did what I have done my entire career, which is take seriously the oath that I have taken many times to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, which included today performing my constitutional duties to ensure that the people of America, the voters of America, will have their votes counted, that those votes matter, and that they will determine then the outcome of an election. I do believe very strongly that America's democracy is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
All right, guys, so we have to continue our coverage of the mainstream liberal media meltdown.
I don't know why that is on there. It's just getting.
Man, I'm so. They need to start pushing back against this democracy bullshit.
That they will.
I don't. They're not going.
They really do,
but they're not going to. So,
why though?
Did you know that Amazon has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every month? And here's how.
And that they will determine then the outcome of an election. I do believe very strongly that America.
January 6th go. About the liberal media seething over the fact that their propaganda did not work.
I mean, damn, guys, can't you just let January 6th go? No.
Just a quick point. Both parties have always accepted the presidential election until one
False.
4 years ago.
They have not. They have not.
No, Scott,
They have not.
members of some of the Democratic Party, yes, I agree with that. But saying the party, I've never seen the speaker or the leader of the Democrats of the House of Representatives object to a presidential election. There is a massive difference, and don't try to put these on the same thing. Look, I agree they shouldn't have done it, but to say it's
But they
the
did
same
object.
as what
But you
happened
admit
in
they-
January
they-
6th
you
is
admit they
insane.
objected.
I think that this is why we are where we are in this country. Is I
Here's the problem right there. You heard these motherfuckers saying that only one time has ever happened. When has the motherfucking GOP said that they didn't accept the fucking shit? It's always happened. That's why you had Joe Biden as president. Stop with the bullshit. They have all accepted it. This is just more fodder for the bullshit that y'all keep spewing out your mouth. That's why y'all's fucking goddamn views have gone down in the shit. That's why y'all motherfucker about to be your own little separate company to flop. Because no one watches you sorry sacks of shit. But to critique you dumb hoes. Because motherfuckers on YouTube get more views than you sorry sacks of shit, dude. It's insane. Y'all have the worst takes ever.
Nobody's on YouTube get more views than freaking CNN.
Shit, everyone does. Damn near I get more views than them some bitches. That's a lie, but it's a good thought.
I think we're drawing false parallels to things that are happening in history. Look, in 2000, that was the first election. I was in Ohio, the place, the ground zero people were questioning. It was the first election I ever got to vote in. I was greatly disappointed, and I thought what happened in Florida with hanging chads was wrong. But I didn't storm the Capitol because I was an adult that accepted the results of the election and the will of the people, whether I thought that some things had gone a little awry. That's not what happened on January 6th. And I don't think it's fair to draw the parallels that it was. I also think that showing this is really important. I used to be a former school teacher. And I think that we are in a moment right now in our country where information is being disseminated in ways where we do sometimes draw false parallels. And so showing what actually happens, showing the checks and balances and explaining why January 6th is not the same as when other times in history people have ask questions about the election is really important for this upcoming generation that may have questions about the fragility of our democracy.
Yeah, so you know what's hilarious about this, and this is part of the reason why the mainstream liberal media is losing so much credibility, is because when Democrats do something that they boohoo, whine, and cry about Republicans doing, they say, well, it's different, right? It's different because Democrats do it. You're drawing false parallels. It's like, no, I'm not drawing a false parallel because Democrats in 2016, they did not accept the outcome of the election. They didn't. They said that the election was stolen by Putin. Okay. Trump was a Manchurian candidate. In fact, Democrats, their supporters committed acts of violence, rioted in the streets on Inauguration Day because they were upset about Hillary Clinton losing to Trump. And one thing I do agree with CNN and the Democrat propagandists on is that, yes, we actually do need to roll the clips and to remind people of history so that they don't forget the dark day that was Inauguration Day of 2017.
And then that's when that crazy woman started screaming, remember, with the glasses?
United States of America, Donald.
I wonder whatever happened to her. She's probably... I just wonder where she is right now.
With a gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
All of a sudden, the police officers started to spray pepper spray, and they got our audio technician. They're going to see us running because they're going to throw more flashbangs.
The chaotic scene just blocks outside the secure area of the inauguration.
Yeah, we can stop it right there. Let's get real funky with it, right? I got a great one for you there, people. Let's play this shit.
It's crazy.
It was an all-day event, Mayo.
Yes, sir.
But they want to say that little bitty ass January 6th shit was something. They took to the fucking streets. At least the sorry ass crackers that went to the Capitol did it where they were supposed to do it at. This is a problem. Oh, how do they forget?
Well, I don't think anything was set on fire January 6th. Do you?
No, not that I remember. Didn't see anything on fire. Nope. It's funny. We ain't gonna let you hoe bags forget. This is what y'all did January 17th. I mean, January.
And there was a black church that was set on fire on
absolutely
Inauguration Day.
Absolutely. Look, they breaking people's goddamn, and they just driving. Look at this shit.
This isn't right.
AK-47, put the cops in piggy heaven.
Tom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was just informed that you're not free, sir. Are you okay?
Oh, I was free. I looked over my shoulder and I thought I had changed in me. I'm free, sir. I'm free.
Okay, just checking, making sure.
Lord Jesus. There's a white woman that scares me behind me. She scares me.
As she should, sir.
Just keep an eye out for her. If she gets up
I'll
here,
tell you if she's sneaking up and back to you, sir. Don't worry, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? She's scary. She's scary.
She might put you on the floor again.
Police appear powerless to do anything.
Seems very peaceful to me. Seems very peaceful to me. But no, January 6th, when they went to the Capitol and fucked up the Capitol, I don't care. That's why they call it the people's house. So they fucked up their own house. Who cares? And it was only, what, a couple of million worth of damage? In reality, a couple of million worth of damage? Come on.
In reality, maybe $100 grand.
That's what I'm saying.
But since they got to pay union wages and shit, you know.
Yeah. This shit is bullshit. They fucked up everyone's shit. No matter if you was part of the stupid shit or not. Like, who? This is a regular. Is that a police car? It might be a police car. I don't fucking know. Even if it wasn't, why? Why do this? Because you know they're gonna pay someone $200,000 to repaint this shit. And I don't know if that's capital. That's just crazy. This is fucking crazy. But oh, how do we forget? How many of those people went to jail, Mayo?
I think 40 were arrested and none wound up being charged.
Wow, no. You mean
Yes,
they
sir.
didn't get charged with vandalization of people's private property?
No, sir.
City property?
No, sir. And I think they actually wound up suing some of them and paying them off.
What?
Yes, sir. Just like in Philadelphia.
Fucking amazing, boy. I tell you what. I fucking tell you what. But you know what? January 6th is so memorable to everyone. The peaceful transfer of power that's not going to happen for another 14 fucking days.
Yes, sir.
Oh, irony.
Yes, sir. And you know what? It's gonna that's gonna look like a picnic compared to this year. Unless it's extremely cold in Washington that day.
What up, John the Baptist? You remember this on January 17th? I mean, January 2017, January 20th?
Yes, sir.
I was there.
You was there. What had happened while you was there?
I don't know what you even talking about, bro.
Did you join in on the festivities of tearing up the Capitol shit? Capitol City?
I wasn't. You know, I wasn't there.
I believe you.
I was going to ask John to show us on the doll where his democracy was touched.
This shit is crazy.
They're overrunning the checkpoint. Large explosions.
Can you please move, sir? Yeah. Safety in numbers. Safety in numbers. Keep the group. Keep the group. Keep communicating.
So in this case, Mayo, I would have made sure everyone had pepper balls, turned them motherfuckers up to motherfucking 700 psi, coming through that bitch, and just start mowing them bitches down, all on them, right the fuck.
I am a firm believer
Bing
that
bag.
water cannons are the way to deal with that shit.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying this is less lethal because you don't want to hit no one in the face with
Water is less lethal too, sir.
Yeah, not in the hit in the face.
And you're actually doing them a favor if you set them on fire first.
So do you not remember this, John the Baptist?
I was there. I thought about it. I was there.
Where were you at, sir?
Running down the street right there. You don't see me right there?
You probably was the dude in the motherfucking hat. Rolled up.
No, sir. He was the dude that dropped the packages off outside the DNC. That's what I think.
Absolutely. We knew he got some bodies on him too.
Yeah.
We didn't forget. We just need to mark your route, sir.
We know about them truck drivers.
Absolutely.
Sir, I don't drive trucks.
All street. All street. Oh, never mind.
It's January 6th.
They got pepper spray in the air.
Was the inauguration of Donald J. Trump, January 20th, 2017.
Yes, sir.
January 6th, 2020. Or was it
January
2021?
20th, 2020.
January 6th, 2020.
2021.
Or 2021. 10-4.
Y'all just changed the date. Y'all know this January 6th.
They got us trapped.
Liberal Democrats don't act like this.
Sorry, I'm at rest.
That female was worthless. that female right there is worthless.
Somebody got to hold their uniform up.
Sorry, I'm on rest.
Get back now. Get back on the curb. Get back on the curb. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I cannot see right now. It looks like this group's got kettled.
You hear him just yell for Kizzy, Tom?
I thought it was their street. Y'all let some fat, out of shape cops do it. Yes, it's crazy. That was y'all streets. It's insane.
Insane in the membrane.
It's crazy, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. But we forget this shit happened. And then not to forget, in 2020, guess what happened? It was all glitz and glamour. Everyone out and about during COVID, saying how much we love Joe Biden. Oh my God, he made so much. He got so many. Oh my God.
Tell you the truth, I don't even remember this getting reported.
What?
I don't even remember this day getting reported at all.
You know why? It wasn't a big deal. Because literally the day after that, they was talking about Russia.
Yep. Yeah, when you showing the video, I'm trying to remember even seeing this on the news. I don't even remember.
This
it probably
is
did.
just
It probably did.
This is just one. It happened in California. It happened in Chicago, Philadelphia. All these places on January 20, 2017. Just put in a major city. All of it looked like this. Pick a major city. Doesn't matter. Just pick one.
And yeah, the Miracle Mile in Chicago was all boarded up. All the stores in Broadway were boarded up.
But we forget about this shit that happened. This is the bullshit that we be talking about. I can't wait to see what the Dems have planned this time, Mama said. They are trying to block every move they think Trump is going to make right now. Yeah. You seen that shit about the fucking border wall?
Yeah.
Trying to use a different land act shit, but that ain't gonna work because all that was did by fucking executive order for the most part. So that ain't gonna work.
I met the future AOC today.
You did? What's her name?
I don't remember her name, but I did some work on my daughter's car. I got an automatic starter put on my daughter's car today.
Mm-hmm.
And I met this young college student. Just as liberal as she can be.
Oh, okay. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah. She's going to school to be a lawyer, and guess what she's going? Guess what she want to go to school to be?
Political science.
Well, yeah, but guess what law she want to practice though?
Civil. Right.
Immigration.
Still civil. She black?
El Salvadorian.
So she's illegal. Send that bitch back.
First generation.
Send that bitch back. She ain't motherfucking legal.
Suppose she is now.
Sir, that sounds like a tether, sir.
Sounds like an immigrant. If her parents are over here illegal, that bitch here illegal. She gotta go with her parents. Bye, bitch.
They legal now.
No, they ain't. How they legal now?
I don't know. That's what she said.
Exactly. That bitch lying.
Oh, she one of them dreamers, Tom.
Nah, she's too young to be a dreamer.
Or if she was a mechanic on your daughter's car.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't a mechanic. She wasn't a mechanic. She was just she's working in office.
Did you say you served your country?
Yes, I'm a native veteran! I'm a fucking Lakota Pueblo and I'm a native veteran! And what the fuck is this? This is my fucking land! This is my country! Okay? You cannot do this to our people! You're not looking at
That's the only time I wish I was a police officer. Just give me a whole bunch of concussion bangs. I'm just gonna start throwing them at people. I swear to God. Boy.
Oh, make flashbangs great again, sir.
Hell yeah. Boy, I'll be
Make water cannons great again.
God almighty. They kicked me off of YouTube yet? Okay,
not yet, sir. Not yet.
We in the clear. We in the clear. Hey, this ain't me. This was all. Listen, this came from a YouTube channel.
Ah, that's a good souvenir. I got a souvenir. A fucking bomb.
It's evidence is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not the mainstream press.
Oh.
I'm independent media.
This is my land, and guess what? I fought for my fucking land. Did you fight for your land? Because I served 5.5 years.
What is she talking about?
All right. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Wear that fucking badge proudly. It's honorable. You're not being honorable right now. Fuck your commanders if they're telling you to do something otherwise. You can tell them no. It's okay. You're gonna hit veterans. So try it. One more grenade goes off, you're gonna have more people coming. Trust me. We will get all our veterans. Stand down. No. This is not how you do it. This is not how you fucking do it.
Go fuck yourself.
Not how you do it.
How do you?
It's public property. This is not how you do it. This is not how you say it. I don't like how things turned out. This isn't right. Come on. We got a society. We're here to come together today. Get the fuck out of here. That's not how we do it. We're all Americans. We're all different fucking colors.
And you're smoking a bear.
We can start it back up again. Now it's done.
Really? Yeah, you're good. Make that hat great again. Burn it right in the trash where it belongs. Yes, sir. Is this your guys' news, man?
Well. Oh,
so that almost looks like an insurgency.
That look like insurgents to me. It look like terrorists. It look like domestic terrorists to me.
Sir, using violence to feign the political process?
That's textbook domestic terrorism.
Yes, sir. I don't believe that is redressing your government.
I mean, they were destroying private property, using intimidation, all kinds of shit for political gain. This is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Canada turned Canada overnight. No, that ain't Canada. That's DC. Goddammit. That is motherfucking DC.
Them will destroy it.
I think it's crazy. Taking a little too far, being destructive. That doesn't help the narrative any.
First day of Trump, though.
Yeah, well, you couldn't expect nothing less. Couldn't expect it.
That's a stretch.
All you gotta do is shoot one of them, and everyone else gonna acquiesce. All you gotta do is shoot one.
Yep.
That's it.
Shoot that one where?
It don't matter.
Right in the face.
Pick one.
Right in the face.
Let that motherfucking face go off. Boy, everyone in the goddamn thing. You think they gonna stand there? Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
once again. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, tab. All right. Hey. All right, come on. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, dad. Yeah. Here we go. I appreciate you fucking up my prom whip. I fucking promise. Fucking Go ahead, drunk. All right, here we go. Get this shit on.
My question is, how you gonna get down off the card now? That's a long way down.
I voted for Trump. We're gonna make America great again. The whitey won once again. Again, he demoted all his friends. The bad whitey. Here to stay. 4 long years past this day.
I'm on my way to college, filling up my head with knowledge. Can't stop me now, my feet are running when I hit the ground. And school's one of the things that can bring you all your dreams. You can learn to fly a plane, even write a magazine, build your own establishment, even be the president. You can be a lawyer, teacher, preacher, actor, singer, doctor, leader. That's why I study harder. Every day I'm getting smarter, doing what I'm supposed to do and try to live that golden rule. Achieve anything you want to be, based on how big you dream. Just ask Martin Luther King. He gave that famous.
So I blame Mayor Bowser for all of this.
Yes, sir, because that was outside the control of the Capitol Police.
Absolutely. This is all her shit. Yeah, nerve gas would have been a great thing to do. Nerve gas.
Make mustard gas great again.
So, Conshonery, I seen that y'all are gonna be having in July, y'all, or is it July, June? Y'all should have a new prime minister. You know, seems y'all gonna be going through the ringer for the first 6 months of everything. You know, I'm just saying. Oh wait. All right, well, let's get on with this last little 4 minutes of this shit.
I think that he's racist. I think that he's self-centered. I think that he's going to take us, especially black people and pointers, going back to poverty. He's going to put us back in poverty. I think that he's supports the Ku Klux Klans. I don't think he should be a president.
All right, what do you think about what's going on today?
I love it.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I love it. Fuck Donald Trump.
What do you love about it, dumbass? Why? Whew, why the motherfucker died?
Because it proves what she's believed her whole life. That's why she loved it.
It's amazing. It's a fucking amazing. Is that it? Dedicate all people around the world wasn't allowed to vote for Trump, but were affected by his administration. What does that even fucking mean?
Well, and guess what? Nancy Pelosi affects my life in Kansas.
It's amazing.
Gavin Newsom and his bullshit affects my life in Kansas because I can't buy a decent gas can anymore because California rules.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker, boy, I tell you what. And that was just DC. I didn't go to any other motherfucking cities. Bleed, Nazi, bleed. Bleed, Nazi, bleed. 200. Okay, so they said they arrested 217. 6 officers were hurt, and they let all of them go.
Yep.
Amazing how that works.
And how many officers got hurt?
It says 6. We know it's
but January 6th.
5. They said 5.
Yeah, imagine that, huh?
It's amazing how that works. you know, it is what it is.
That's a fact.
What is this? Oh, hold on. Let me go back to good old what is his name? Sonny Houston.
And parade route.
I personally have anti-establishment slants, but I don't think that this is anything that I want to be a.
Before the swearing-in ceremony even began, protesters tried to block checkpoint entrances. During President Trump's speech, several demonstrators were escorted out of the area. Several officers injured during the protest today, and more than 100 people arrested. Once the inaugural parade began, the newly sworn-in president facing thousands of peaceful protesters amongst his supporters. NBC's Stephanie Gosk was with him all day.
When Donald Trump took the oath of office, the people here sang, "We shall overcome."
Resist from day one.
Similar demonstrations across the country. Arrest outside Trump Tower, New York City. A human chain across San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. From Phoenix to Houston to Chicago, people protesting the country's new president on his first day in office. Tonight, thousands of protesters remain in downtown D.C., occasionally facing off with police. We have seen many people injured, both protesters and police officers.
A limousine set on fire as demonstrators wreaked havoc in Washington. Police had to push back.
You know what's funny? That's going against their climate change agenda. Just saying. Why would you let that smoke billow in the air, sir? That's just crazy.
Sir, burning cars for political means and flying jets to climate conferences are totally accepted overuses of carbon, sir.
Okay, that's where I got it wrong. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Protesters so firefighters could get to the flames. A group of people carrying anarchy flags pushed over trash cans and destroyed storefront windows as they swarmed through the streets.
Welcome visitors to our city, but we will not tolerate the destruction of our neighborhoods, and we absolutely will not tolerate violence against our police officers.
But as night fell, protesters lit a bonfire just blocks from the White House. Closer to home, near Mar-a-Lago, protesters wheeled a coffin to symbolize the death of democracy. And now a familiar scene outside Trump Tower in Chicago, a huge crowd of demonstrators making their voices heard.
Yeah, so I agree. We have to roll the footage because people cannot forget the dark day for our republic that happened on Inauguration Day in 2017, okay? Liberals upset with Hillary Clinton losing, radicalized by conspiracy theories from the Democrats that Putin stole the election using Facebook ads targeted at black people. They decided to storm the Capitol, storm DC in 2017 in order to protest the inauguration of President Trump, right? Let's never forget, right? Let's never forget. Democrats attempted to overturn the election results by challenging the election, doing the certification process in Congress, okay? And Joe Biden had to shut it down, okay? All this stuff we have footage of is documented, but again, according to CNN, it's different. It's different, okay? When Democrats commit acts of violence, when they don't like the outcome of democracy, oh, no, you don't understand. That you're creating a false equivalence, right? This is what they do every single time. So with that being said, at least this time, the Democrats did not try to object to the certification of the election results because they know how hypocritical that would be if they attempted to do a bad look what they've essentially done after every election they've lost since 2000. Okay, they attempted to overturn the election results. They don't want you to remember that, right? They didn't want you just to remember January 6th and focus on January 6th only. So with that being said, we have to react to the cackling hens, particularly one cackling hen, Sunny Holston, who's going to lose her mind and compare January 6th to the Holocaust in reaction to Kamala Harris certifying Trump's election victory over her. So without further ado, let's get into it.
President Biden also penned an op-ed warning about the unrelenting effort to rewrite and even erase the history of that day.
I got it.
So is
RP, I got
that what happened here? I mean, we all watched Yep. I think most of us saw. I mean, some folks still say that's not what happened, but but what do we do?
What do we do? You live your life, you move on, right? That's what normal people do. Okay. Normal people don't sit around obsessing about January 6th, because as much as people want to talk about erasing history, that is literally what Democrats are trying to do when it comes to their objection to Trump winning in 2016, right? They try to erase history, and then they accuse Republicans of doing exactly what they did, right? Or what they're doing, okay? But yeah, I mean, the answer to this question, you going about your life, going about your business, right? January 6th is not of any concern to normal everyday people because it doesn't have an effect on the outcome of people's lives and what they're going through on a day-to-day basis. But again, the Hollywood elitists don't really understand this concept.
I think we need to find moral clarity, in this country. And I just remember after January 6th, you had someone like Mitch McConnell placing the blame on January 6th where it belongs, squarely on Donald Trump's shoulders. And then you started seeing people backtrack that and losing their moral center. You had Condoleezza Rice, I believe, on this very show saying, we need to move on from January 6th. I say no. You don't move on, because January 6th was an atrocity. It was one of the worst moments in American history. And when you think about the worst moments in American history,
either she's stupid or she's stupid.
Yeah, grasping at pearls in 2, 3, 1, go.
Like World War II, things that happened, like the Holocaust, chattel slavery.
Wow.
We need to never forget, because past becomes prologue if you forget and erase.
That chattel slavery that her family was part of, Tom?
That's the whole
The
fact.
reach here is crazy, right? You saw how hard she reached. Okay, that's why I call it an ass pull. Okay, she reached very deep down a deep dark hole and pulled out a bunch of bullshit, right? She compared January 6th to the Holocaust. The Holocaust. So ridiculous that even Scott Jennings on CNN had to address Sonny Holston in this absolutely ridiculous comparison.
That is so important in light of all the rhetoric and things we're going to hear people say today, is that ultimately it was the American people that got to decide ultimately how we feel collectively as a country about January the 6th. And already today, we have heard some people in other venues say extraordinarily unhinged and vile things, comparing January 6th to the Holocaust, to slavery, to World War II. I think we need to arrange our feelings and control ourselves accordingly here and not go off the deep end. It was not a good day. Political violence cannot be condoned, but we can also be measured in how we view it in light of the rest of American and world history. What's happening today is ultimately a good thing, because both parties, for the first time in my adult life, are accepting the results of an election. And that is ultimately putting this country on the right tracks. I just think people ought to really take stock of our feelings and not get out over our skis too much today and minimizing other world events and comparing them to January the 6th.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. You would think that Sonny Holston would be smart enough not to make such a silly comparison. But again, these people, their brains are basically fried when it comes to history and January 6th and placing it in the proper context. Okay, January 6th was no worse than all of the mass riots, okay, that you saw leading up to January 6th from BLM, Antifa. In fact, the Roe v. Wade riots that happened after January 6th, after Roe v. Wade was overturned, was worse than all those things were actually worse than January 6th, right? Let's keep it 100, right? Since we are trying to place January 6th in the proper historical context, January 6th was not worse than the BLM riots. It was not worse than the Antifa riots. It was not worse than the Roe v. Wade riots. It was not worse than the pro-Palestine riots. All of those riots are overwhelmingly left-wing, okay? And Democrats supported these riots. All of them worse than what happened on January 6th. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. They was trying to overturn the election results. There was zero chance that the election results were going to be overturned as a result of a bunch of unarmed people trying to storm the Capitol, in which a lot of them were let in, okay? And again, this is why people are changing their perspective on January 6th, the more time that moves on, because people are realizing with the more information that comes out that, hey, January 6th, it wasn't really as bad as we thought, especially with all this new information coming out about what actually happened that day, that potentially the FBI was involved. There's video footage of police officers letting people into the Capitol, the cover-ups that took place in the January 6th committee hearings and stuff like that. Like, people are realizing that, okay, it wasn't really that bad, okay? But I can tell you for certain that the BLM riots, the Roe v. Wade riots, the Antifa riots, the pro-Palestine riots are certainly as bad as people thought they were at the time, right? They are really bad, okay? Those are some of the worst riots that we've ever seen in the history of this country. I mean, it's an undisputed fact that the BLM riots were some of the most damaging in this country's history. When you look at the results, what happened as a result of the BLM riots, how a lot of these liberal cities became extremely soft on crime because they didn't want to be racist, right? The defund the police movement, a lot of the chaos and destruction that's happened in this country, people losing their lives as a result of the soft on crime policies from these Democrats and these progressives as a result of the BLM movement, the George Floyd riots. I would say that that's probably one of the worst things that happened in this country's history. If you want to make comparisons to slavery or 9/11, and you talk about political violence in comparison to that, the BLM riots are a much more appropriate comparison than what happened on January 6th. So,
that's a whole fact.
Sir, I want to hear no insults to St. Floyd, sir.
St. Floyd, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
He is the patron saint of fentanyl.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to get up out of here. I got to go do some things. But I'm going to have us rotate over to Wrestler since he is still on as of right now, and I have to go handle some shit. For real. Not for fake. But thank y'all for coming in. I gotta run. You guys, let me see, how the fuck do I do this again? Oh, there we go. Details. How the fuck do you do this shit again? Nah, I forgot how to do it. Oh no, I didn't. All right, there it goes. Yes. We're gonna add this redirect over to Resilier. Thank y'all. Please, when you get over to the Wrestler's page, tell your Uncle Tom sent you. He got shit to do. But thank y'all for coming. Y'all have a great one. See y'all at Wrestler's page. Peace.